It's Christmas time. What a fine, divine, borderline asinine time to dive and dine into a slimy an episode of unreasonable meetings, a legion of bad feelings, and peak awkward dealings. Let's take a swim in Mark's seasonal beatings. For a show that, for the previous 6 seasons, didn't seem to indulge in festive specials much at all, it's surprising to get to Series 7 and find 2 back to back. There's not much info surrounding the reasons for specific episode concepts out there, so I don't know exactly what the reason was for the idea for Peep Show to take a crack at a Christmas episode, but in my opinion they did it perfectly. I feel like if you're either a Jez or a Mark in this episode, it's gonna connect with you. But if you're sort of indifferent about Christmas, then I doubt you'll get much out of this one. Peep Show's always been a show that used relatability to its advantage. Everything from small awkward interactions with our crushes to major shit-inducing life decisions have been depicted in this show in a way in which we can all relate. And Seasonal Beatings really doesn't treat our personal relationships with Christmas any differently. You've got Jez's passionate desire for the mere feeling of Christmassiness, and Mark's almost controlling clinical approach to Christmas that treats it more like he's assembling flat-pack furniture than enjoying any of the day. The episode starts with an excited Jez popping his head into Mark's room with a childlike glee that's also kind of sinister.
Happy Christmas.
Jez's first disappointment comes with the opening of the Stockings.
Wow. Oh, Jez, this is lovely. Cognac.
Looks like firelighters, but what is it? Firelighters.
I'd probably say Jez is at his most likeable ever here. There's something about being passionate about something so wholesome that reverts him back to a literal child.
Can I come in yet, Mark?
Yes, you can come in, yeah.
He has so much innocence here. I've said it before, but one's relationship to Christmas is almost always associated with their childhood. We've met Jez's mother before, and so we can pretty accurately guess that his childhood Christmases were often a time of love and generosity for him. Mark justifies his shit presents with,
You know, in my family, we do sort of jokey stockings.
Right.
but after we see what his own parents get him later on, I think it's more of a case of no real care or effort were put into gift buying when he was a child anyway. Especially when Jez sees him only minutes later trying to scrape together some old random shit to gift to his own sister. The two perspectives here does say a lot about both Mark and Jez as people. Jez is so desperately trying to relive his childhood Christmases, whilst Mark is indulging in the fact that he's now an adult and so can structure the day how he believes it should be, out of probably some sort of spite for how shit his Christmases were when he was younger. However, Mark's excitement for control and order at his own stern fist comes plummeting down when Jez made a simple Christmas joke. As much as I've spoken about this episode in previous vids, I don't think I've ever talked about the no turkey rant from Mark. Truly a spectacle. It's rare we get moments this grand in terms of performance, and so it's nice and fitting that we finally see Mark blow his top on an already stress-filled day.
Hey, where's the turkey?
I thought you were getting the turkey.
You what? No turkey? You fucking idiot, Jeremy. You total fucking idiot. That was your job, you fucking moron. You cretin. You're a fuckhead. That's what you are. A fucking shithead. It was a joke, Mark. It was a Christmas joke. Dobby arrives at the flat to exchange presents, but not before Mark tells a lengthy story from his childhood.
The year Dad's British Aerospace shares went kaput, he said we couldn't afford an M&S Christmas pudding. Mum bought a secret one and steamed it in the garage. He smelt it on Sarah's breath and wouldn't talk to us till Boxing Day. God, Dads.
Yeah, right.
It's the quiet, distant stubbornness that I think defined a lot of Mark's childhood. He's mentioned before about his mother's suspected infidelities, and you see later in the episode the ability to express true feelings in a healthy way was definitely not encouraged in the Corrigan household. It's part of the reason I like Sarah so much. She's able to be honest with her feelings. Unlike Mark, she doesn't seem to have adopted the worst parts of her upbringing and brought it into adulthood. Mark and Dobby exchange presents. Dobby gets him the flash forward box set, which gets a surprising reaction from Mark.
Don't you think maybe we should go out. National Army Museum.
You'd rather go to the National Army Museum than stay in bed and watch Flash Forward and drink brandy.
This is quite confusing from Dobby when 2 seasons later she'll be looking back on the sitting around and doing nothing era of their relationship not so fondly.
Those last few months, me and you, do you remember we used to just sit on the sofa watching DVDs?
Yeah, was sort of like a living death, wasn't it? It was lovely.
I don't know, it's strange how in Series 8 it seems both their perspectives on what they want this relationship to be seem to completely swap. Not sure why it was in this episode anyway. I mean, Mark wanting more out of the relationship doesn't seem to go anywhere. Oh, just a random piece of info. So I spent ages trying to figure out when it is that Dobby refers to their relationship as a box set death march, only to realise it was from Succession.
But in terms of the relationship, I'm just wondering if there's an opportunity for something different from the whole box set death march.
I don't know, worlds apart, but you can feel Armstrong's writing in both. Mark gets us some tongs.
Oh yeah, 2 for 1.
Anyway, so Dobby's family plans fall through, forcing Mark to invite his girlfriend to stay for Christmas dinner. I love Mark and Jez's discussion on the Christmas dinner, potatoes not feeling like veg, completely valid from Jez. Why Mark is trusting Jez with the cooking anyway is kind of crazy. As controlling as Mark is, I mean, it's not like he's really helping out with much else.
Now, obviously, this is a fucking disaster, but Dobby's staying for Christmas.
This is definitely the episode that shows Mark at his worst in terms of his relationship with Dobby. Treating her being there as some sort of cosmic catastrophe. I understand it's a lot of pressure with his parents being there, but asking if she could withhold on telling them they're even together. I mean, why she forgives him in the next episode or even stays for Christmas dinner is really beyond me.
It's been such a headache getting them here in the first place, and I don't want to feed them another shit sandwich.
Another shit sandwich?
But now we finally get to meet Mark's parents. And honestly, I don't think they could have been written or performed better. Every single minute character flaw of Mark's is pretty much explained in the way that they act. Clive Merrison's weird jaw thing he does when he speaks, it looks like he's judging everything in sight the moment he walks in.
Happy Christmas, Mark. Yep.
And Lynn Farley's creepy dead-eyed grin looks like she's had her soul slowly drained away for multiple decades. This episode really is the closest thing we get to Mark's origin story, and it's pretty fascinating to watch. The creepy sex socks Mark gets from his mum.
They're a bit saucy.
Clearly a lot of his anxiety when it comes to sex probably derives from his mum's promiscuous nature, and then Mark getting lumped with the old shredder I think it just symbolises the lack of attention and care he got compared to Sarah. I do love that Superhands joins though.
Find out, boys. Father Spliffmus coming through.
Correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm not, but Seasonal Beatings is the only official bottle episode of the series, with every scene taking place in the flat. Nether Zone, no. The Test, no. St. Hospitals, no. Threeism fucking sucks, and also no. This is truly the only one location episode of the show, and so as Mark says,
the more the merrier, as they said, as another poor soul was crammed into the black hole of Calcutta.
The amount of characters that add to the chaotic energy really makes this episode fly by. It makes it so much more fun to watch. And something about Mark trying to claim Superhands' training to be an architect and him replying so innocently with,
No, I'm not.
It's lovely stuff.
How's the cauliflower doing?
It's just resting in the shop, Dad, due to the fact that cauliflower is not traditional.
Whilst I agree with Mark, cauliflower cheese is one of the best parts of a roast, so I'm gonna have to side with Dan here. I love the scene of the gang playing charades. There's something about watching a family not even attempt to have fun playing a game of charades that I find very funny. Dan's completely straight-faced throughout, Mark having to once again be humiliated through some kind of weird sexual implication posed by his mother. God, it's all so weird and strange. Do kind of love the way Jez can so easily put Dan down though, seeing as no one else seems to be able to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said chicken run.
Honestly, I'd say cauliflower is more appropriate than frozen peas at dinner, but hey, that's just me.
Dobby's my girlfriend. All right, I'm sorry, I didn't mention it before. We're an item, and she's great, and it's going really well.
It's classic Peep Show fashion not to completely redeem Mark at the end of the episode, but it's moments like this that show Mark is able to communicate, and I don't know why he doesn't do it more often.
And she may appear to you norms like a bit of a freak.
Your family are definitely not fucking norms, Mark. What are you talking about? If Dan's constant jabs at homeopathy, cutting hands off from pouring Pam another glass, and the tender issues surrounding Dan's secondhand MG didn't make this one of the most uncomfortable dinner scenes in TV history, his final blow to Dobby and the silence that comes after it definitely does.
Cauliflower is traditional!
I don't know if it really is traditional, actually.
Could you not slip a muzzle on your woman, please, Mark?
I notice I'm not saying anything. Still not saying anything?
Just a funny thing to note next time you watch this episode, be sure to keep an eye on Superhands' face every time an awkward moment happens. It's pretty funny.
How about Pictionary after lunch?
We're not playing bleeding Pictionary. It's a made-up game.
What does that even mean? The fact that after all this, Mark does the opposite of defending her, she still invites him to go to the Dorchester with him.
I'm gonna fuck off to the Dorchester. Do you want to come or don't you?
The amount of patience this woman has is never ending. Mark shredding the Christmas dinners is all well and good. Just a shame he couldn't have stood up to his father whilst Dobby was there, rather than, the second she leaves.
Somebody stop him. He's gone totally mad.
It is nice, though, that on Christmas, Peep Show does have a sort of happy ending. Mark finally ends up taking control of the day, but in a way that makes everyone happy. And that's a beautiful thing.
Hans, pour my mother a massive drink. Jeremy, turn on Ratatouille. Sarah, crack open the Pictionary. Merry Christmas, everyone!
Mark can never escape the horrors of his childhood, but I do think this specific Christmas was a turning point for his character when it comes to his parents. But anyway, that's Seasonal Beatings. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a lovely Christmas this year, however you choose to celebrate it. Oh, by the way, if you want to watch my videos early, there's now, I've set up a membership option. No schedule, you get early access to when I finish the edit, usually about a week early. I am going to try my absolute best to be more consistent with videos, but some videos take a little longer than others. You know how it goes. But yeah, anyway, I love you all. I'll see you soon. Merry Christmas.